Well, welcome everyone to another episode of the Mike's podcast. We're just gonna get right into it today. I definitely have a topic that I wanted to discuss with you. Because I'm curious. We've been knowing each other for a while, but it's definitely been a pause in our friendship. And so I just wanted to know what were some things that kind of made you into the person you are today? Of course, I'll answer it on my end as well. But I mean, what happened to you? What was your experiences that made this? Like what is this? What happened?
What happened?
Yeah, what happened? We want to know.
What happened to you?
Yeah, we want to know. Are you okay?
Sounds like a bad thing.
Well,
Well, yeah, it is.
no, but yes, but no.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Nothing happened to me, by the way.
You sure nothing happened?
Nothing happened to me. I'm perfectly fine. Nothing. Before we talked about change and saying like, hey, have you changed? I said evolved. But you feel like it's the same thing. So
no, Google does. And Webster.
No, I think they
That's
said
what
two. I
Webster
think they
said.
said two different
No,
definitions.
I read it. We can go back to look at it.
No,
If y'all seen the other episode, just go back. Tag Matt.
Yeah, well, either way,
Just tag 'em. Yeah.
yeah. But I mean, yeah, I definitely have gathered information and things throughout my interactions with human beings,
Mm.
and it's definitely changed a lot of perspective wise.
I think marriage for me has changed
Okay.
me a lot. I used to be a debater.
A master debater or like a regular debater.
I mean, I typically would win. I mean,
So
you should know.
You was a masturbator.
No, I would. I didn't say I would win. That's all I said.
He was a master.
Childish.
He was
Childish.
a master at what he was doing at
Childish.
the time. Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, I just but it just messed me up. But I think being married, because my wife, she doesn't debate. She just says how she feels. She says it one time, and I think that's very healthy. So for me, it's like if I was to like keep saying the same things over and over again, she'll just hit me with the that's interesting. No, oh, all right, I see, because you already said what she had to say. So, but yeah, so it's like you grow a lot when you marriage, have kids, stuff like that. So, those things definitely do change you because it takes you away from just that individualized, that single view, or that just worrying about yourself type of situation when you start when you build your family. But oddly, we talked about this some months ago, but I had like two friends that passed that really changed me a lot. One of the friends like didn't even know anything was wrong with him. He so that really threw me off, because like sometimes you could think that you know how your friends are doing and you really don't.
Yeah.
It was just wasn't anything clear as far as like what he needed, what his situation was. He was like one of those people that like did skits and like to have fun and laugh and joke, was just very lively, and so that really changed me a lot. Helped me to kind of like want to be a better friend to people, and to give people the space to talk if they need to. So yeah.
Did you feel like you wasn't there or a good friend at the time for him?
I think I wouldn't put that on myself. I thought I could have done better. I think I was just kind of consumed with life, because like sometimes as you adult,
Yeah.
you can just get easily consumed with maintaining and the day-to-days. And so I I was just it's different when you like young and you hang out with like when we first met.
Yeah.
We were young, we were like teenagers, so it's like we had the time and the space to chill every day.
Yeah.
I feel like that's probably what we did. And but it's like when you become an adult and you have friends, you don't you may see them here and there. I have one friend who I haven't seen in years or talked to in years, but when we talk, it's fine. Like it's just like we just connect. It's no like where you been, why you ain't call me. It's like we just kind of been, life is life, and then we just doing our thing. And so it's kind of that's how it is sometimes when you become an adult and you have friends. It's like you don't always talk. You may not talk often, but it's okay. But sometimes it's like through those periods where you're not talking, you may not know what the person is going through, So that's it's for me. So it's like I try to be more aware of that, and I try to. And when I do spend time with my friends, I really try to get into space. Like if they, want to talk about, have some real conversations. We can have some real conversations.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I keep my circle small. It's more that probably the damage that I was mentioning before. You lose people. That's one of the major things that throughout life you'll have happen like frequently. Well, us growing up, not me and you, but my family, we moved around a lot, so we always had friends in school or in the neighborhood, and then we would abruptly leave. It wouldn't be like during the school time where you can say goodbye to friends you only see at school, or you don't really get the time to say, hey, we're not going to be here anymore. We just leave, and then you never see those people ever again. And then so we got used to that. Throughout growing up, we picked up and moved a lot of times. So I just learned to keep the circle small, and I think the people that you wind up connecting with on a bigger level, you just keep those people probably within your space, But even with that, I've never been a person that kind of like, need anybody. I mean, you need people, but I don't really like relying or needing anybody. More
I can
so.
see that about you.
Yeah. I hate asking people for stuff. Because I don't ever want to feel like I have to pay them back in some sort of way.
That's one thing we differ on.
I hate asking.
I don't block no blessings.
Yeah, but I don't see it. I don't see it as that. I think that's a difference too. Because I don't see it as that. I just feel like it was something that was said. It was clever the way they said. I don't want to butcher it, but it was like that first time you get something, it's appreciation. Second time's expectation. Third time is it gets worse. It's like they're expecting it, and then it gets to a point where like resentment is like one of the last steps to that. Because you give somebody something one time, it's like, oh wow, thank you, appreciate that, but then you do it so often that people kind of expect you to do it. You never been in a situation like that where you've done something that you felt like maybe for like, hey man, like I'm gonna do this for you, and then the person appreciates it, and if you do it, and then you do it over and over again, and then people expect you to do it, and then if you don't do it, like after a while, they'll be like, oh, what happened? You don't do this thing that you used to do.
Well, yeah, I experienced that, but I don't really care. Because like I don't know. I don't know where I want to go.
Really
I don't know where I want to go with this. Exactly. Oh, like
it's fine if you.
No. I want to get my words out. Let me get it out. Try to,
Yeah.
Yes, I have experienced. I have experienced it. I I feel like I do enough so that if somebody was to do something for me, like I feel like I really am aware of showing my appreciation.
Mm.
But once it go beyond what I feel like it's enough as far as their expectations, then that's beyond me. That's their problem.
That's a problem.
Yeah, but in the meantime, between time, like I said, I don't block blessings. Like I don't. If anybody want to give me any type of award, any type of accolade, I'm not gonna block it. I'm not gonna be like, no, I mustn't. Like I take all the awards, the trophies.
You have no humility.
No, it has nothing to do with humility.
It has a lot to do with humility.
It has nothing to do with humility.
Yeah.
I'm like very humble.
No.
But I'm just saying, if somebody wants to give me something, I'm not gonna block it. That has nothing to do with humility. They're giving me. I'm not asking for it. I'm not asking.
Give it to someone else. They deserve.
I'm not asking for it. I'm just gonna be like, thank you. I feel like that's the difference. Like people don't know how to say thank you these days.
This is mine. I deserve.
No, no. Somebody gave it to me.
Mine.
Let me give me this award, and I'm like, thank you so much. You know, I would like to thank God first, and then go on from there. Yeah. All the little people,
all the little people,
yeah, all the people that voted for me. Thank you so much.
Okay,
yes, that's it. So everything's fine.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but I will say this. This is kind of like maybe off topic, but same subject we've been talking about. Do you feel like it's weird to like? I mean, you're already weird, but do you feel? Do you feel like it's weird to make friends as an adult? Because I just feel like it's just so weird these days. Like sometimes it's like I feel like when I was younger, it just seemed like somebody, oh, we'll be friends. It's like, oh yeah, you'd be happy. But now it's like, now it just seems kind of weird. Somebody be like wanting too much of your time, or be like, hey, can I be your friend? Like, why? Yeah. Leave me alone. Yeah. Why is that?
It seems forced as an adult.
Yeah,
because you have to. It's before it was like not really organic because you were forced in positions like you be in school. You make friends because you're all just in the same place. You're in the same prison almost. But now as an adult, you have to make time for people, and you're taking time out of a schedule. You're planning out things in order to be friends with somebody else. I mean, if you're at work, it's different. Like you're already there. I think those are like more so associates or colleagues or whatever you. I don't know if you would consider those people friends. But some people would. I mean, some people just like putting friendship on everything. Oh, he's my friend. That's my friend, And I think it cheapens it in a sense when you just call everybody a friend because they talk to you and y'all are friendly with each other. But yeah, I think it's weird because it's almost like trying to court a person or something like, you're taking a person out on a date them in a sense like if we wanted to hang out, we got to be like, all right, what time? What place? It's not like before. We just like at school. Hey, we're gonna ride our bikes down to the park or something. We all just meet up there. We're just gonna play for a little, and then I'm going back home. We live in the same neighborhood, and we, those things were organic because we lived in the neighborhood. We're just playing, and then someone else might join in and be like, hey, you want to play tag? Yeah, let's play tag. It's not like that as an adult. You don't just. I mean, unless you're doing something like you go to the gym or you play basketball, pick up games at the park. And then someone say, hey, man, I got next or whatever it is. And then y'all play for a while and you be like, hey, man, what's your number? Y'all exchange numbers or y'all just meet up every time or you're playing video games and y'all meeting, y'all are on teams or something in a game thing one day. And then you're like, hey, man, next time we get up here, it's like one of those things. Y'all just meet up in those small gaps. So I think it's weird because of the planning and all that stuff.
I'm going to say this probably once in life. And it's gonna be recorded.
Yeah,
that there is a part of your personality that I do like, and that is I don't know what it is, but I'm just gonna say that you like. I'm trying to think of a nice word I can say on you.
Wow.
I mean, it's gonna sound bad, but I don't know what else to describe it. Give me a second. Just 30 seconds.
30 seconds. 30-second pause for
no, like you're not that friendly, right?
Yeah.
And so because of it, you don't go through some of the ridiculousness that happens sometimes when you have friends as an adult. because friends be getting jealous.
Yeah.
And I know you wouldn't deal with that. Like
Nah.
just don't even make sense. Like, so you just gonna hang out with this other person, not call me or whatever, like, whoa. I used to have a situation where like I have a friend and they would call me and, be like, what you doing? Where you at? Who you with? Type of situation. In my mind, I would answer all those questions because I'm thinking like maybe they trying to chill.
Yeah.
Oh, they just calling just to know where I'm at. Like, like you said, like it's like we booed up or something. Like, no, I just know I didn't know who you with. Where you at?
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, wait a minute now.
Yeah.
But my wife don't even do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I knew that from your personality, I know you would not deal with nothing like that. So I'm the nicer one. Yeah. So it's like I'm trying to like make sense out of stuff, and I'm trying, even though I'm upset and I'm like trying to navigate it. But I know from your personality you wouldn't even deal with that stuff. But it's frustrating, especially as an adult, and you got people who it just seems like they kind of want to control you a little bit. Sometimes they get too comfortable. Yeah. Because I feel like sometimes friends do get a little too comfortable where they feel like, okay, they got control.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, if especially when you have you give it out to everybody, it's too many friends. That's why like there's always like a circle of the circle. About the circle of friends, but when you have a circle, people want to be someone special within that circle. Nobody just wants to be an average person. Everybody wants to be someone to someone in the circle or someone in the group of friends.
Mm-hmm.
If you're that person that's just okay with being like, I'm here sometime, like, that's why, and I was, the last one of the episodes we did was about Batman, like Batman in the Justice League was like, yeah, I'm here sometimes, but I don't want to be a full-time member or whatever. Yeah. That was, I'm like that. I don't mind being just the guy that shows up on time. I don't care to be a best friend or someone that, because it's a lot that comes with that title. It's like, it's a lot more weight on that person. If you call your best friend and they don't step in, and you call one of them other people in the group and they stand up, you're like, man, my own best, you text that person, you call them and they don't pick up. It's a different weight versus you just being a regular person in that group of friends. So for me, I just rather be the person that's barely in the circle at all. Like my toe was in there or something like that. I don't want to be nothing to nobody. I just want to be, hey, we know each other. I'm cool with you, and that's about it. Also, I just feel like people put that friendship on everybody. Everybody's a friend. I don't really believe in that. I think you should definitely make people a friend if they're going to be a friend. But I think it's, when you start having too many people, you put that, it cheapens it, because it means, like, I've seen people that are friendly, too friend. I don't really like friendly people. Like,
I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Perfect sense.
I don't understand why most people like friendly people. They're like the fakest people in the world. I think you can be genuinely a nice person, but friendly is something different. You ever seen that guy that comes, hey, everybody, he's being a certain way with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You think that, like, and then you're ever alone with that guy and someone's not there and he's talking about somebody, but you're like, you were just dapping that guy up over there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that person, ain't no way that person is that person. They're being that way for everybody. Either they want some level of attention, or they're just putting on that face. Like you go into work and someone's that way, they put on that mask. Hey, how you doing? Good morning, and all this other stuff. And then, like,
I mean, to be honest, I didn't mean to cut you off. I did, but my thoughts is more important. But
yeah, see,
I think most people are fake. I would say at least 9 to 8% of people. I mean, because you have to be, and to some extent. So it's like, because of that, I don't really pay people like that no mind. I just feel like there's fake is fake. So I feel like that version is like super fake, but then it's like it's the medium and the low fakes. So yeah, for me, We do have a lot in common because we like to keep it real, but I don't mind jumping into the fake pool. You know, more than you. Like I'll definitely jump into the fake pool because, like as you know, like you know, I'm gonna do what I need to do to get what I need to get. Yeah. Like, you know, whereas you want to keep it real. You know,
it's not even about keeping it real.
Yes, it is.
I go by the golden rule. You ain't got nothing nice to say. I mean, I wasn't always like that, but if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. So I don't go and try to you know, I'm not trying to go, you know, there's some people disguise being just mean with being real. Like they'll say something really harmful or hurtful to somebody.
And that's not you?
No.
Oh.
I mean, I can't control how everybody feels, but I do I do know that there's a harder way to say certain stuff. I could went all the way there. I don't go all the way there. Now, how you perceive it or you take it, I can't control that. I'm trying to be as nice as possible as I can. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't cuss, you know what I'm saying? So there's a person that can say that mother, you know. Yeah. I could do that. It's nothing holding me back from saying whatever I want to say.
The things you say you don't need to curse. But go ahead.
No. Nah. And it's crazy. See, that was the old person, I guess you could say.
What, last week?
When did I say something like that? I don't do that.
I just wait till I get into the car to cry.
Oh, but that's a good example right there because I don't know exactly what, you know what I'm saying? If like I don't never. All right, say.
Let me give you an example.
Wait, hold on. Let me finish what I gotta say real quick. Real. I'm trying to make it real quick.
Right. Oh no, take your time, but don't.
What I'm trying to say is like, I never go into like that situation with I'm trying to hurt someone's feelings. If that makes any sense, if I'm saying it, if it does, like you said, if you go to the car and cry, I don't know that that's what it did. But it wasn't my intent. I wasn't intended to do that. I wasn't trying to I want this guy to. I'm not doing it for that, you know. Where there are some people that will say something with the intent to hurt your feelings, and say I'm just being real, and that's not really. You could have went about it a different way. Now, if you told me, "Hey, I don't like that," I'm not going to continue to do it. All right, now you can tell your story because I want to know when
it was on the podcast.
It was while we was.
It was on the podcast.
Oh, okay,
almost ran off.
What? Which one?
See that?
I don't know what you. I don't know what you're talking about.
We were talking about, you know, if I could sing, and you gonna tell me that I sound like the other people in Jodeci that nobody know who they are. I'm a background singer. You could compare me to Jodeci, but the background people that nobody know, not Casey and JoJo, the other people. Well, that nobody that knows who their name is.
You know, there's some people that really just can't sing at all. That ain't make it on a group or nothing like that. I ain't say you was one of those people. You know what I mean? The guy, you remember that guy that auditioned at American Idol? I ain't say that. I said. If it's it's no way to compliment a person with being real.
Okay.
Like for instance, that's a good example of the American Idol thing. Like those people that went up there and they auditioned, those parents and their loved ones were like, "Oh, you're amazing," and they put him in. He went up there because they said he was amazing. Like he's the greatest singer ever. And if his family was real with him, and I don't feel like that was. It's not. I mean, may have hurt your feelings. I didn't even think it hurt.
It did hurt my feelings.
If you I'm just okay. Okay, so I always say I told this to my sister. I if someone said it to me, I always talk like if someone said it to me, I wouldn't took offense to it. So I'm not thinking it will hurt I don't know. I don't go by individuals or how they're gonna, you know what I'm saying? But I'm talking to you like if you had said it in reverse, I wouldn't have felt offended by it.
Yeah, I'm just playing.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But that's true though. There are people that will, like you saying something, anything you say can be taken offense to.
It
But
could.
I don't go. I'm saying this out loud. I don't go into a situation with I'm gonna go over there and hurt this person. I'm not doing that. Now, if your feelings get hurt, it's definitely not my intent. Now, if you say, "Hey, man, I don't like what you said," I'm like, "All right, I'm gonna try my best not to do it again."
Okay. Well, y'all heard it first here. You know,
No,
we'll.
what was
Mm,
you say?
but mm,
but but I'm different, you know. I mean,
you
I don't.
definitely are.
I don't really like to give perspective. I don't like compliments at all. I don't
Mm-hmm.
really like taking compliments. I don't really care for a compliment. I'm different from everybody else, but I do know that most people prefer and like and will accept compliments.
So with the subject of this podcast, where did that enter into your life? That thought process of not liking compliments, because that seems like a weird thing a different thing based on the majority, possibly, to not like. But
No,
where did it come from?
I mean, it's one of those things. Human interacting with human beings.
There was like an origin story.
I mean, the
It just
origin.
seemed weird.
No, I mean the origin story is I've seen people give compliments and not mean compliments.
Mm.
You know, you've seen people give a compliment and then person walks away and they're like, I don't like that dress or whatever it is. You know, I see that people say compliments because they know it. People are flattered by compliments. It's really just to appease someone's ego or something. You know, to make someone feel better. It's not. They may not even 100% mean it.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't like trying to figure out what's real and what's fake. I think that actions speak louder. Where I go more so by cause and effect is really how I've lived my life now. Is cause and effect. I feel like the things that you do would let me know whether you're telling the truth. If you're my friend, I think if you show up when I need you, or if you just show up in general, I think that those actions will tell me that you actually are my friend.
Mm-hmm.
If you say you love me, I think that the way that you act will demonstrate whether you love me. I don't feel like you saying anything is going to make me do anything or make me feel a certain way. I don't put a lot of weight behind anything somebody tells me because I've been through life and I've seen people say things and they never live up to whatever they say. And I've been in a space like I live in with everybody else. So I know that I have to in certain situations I have to be give people a compliment or like I don't even like the greeting part, good morning and how you doing, cuz when those people say that, do they really care how you're doing? This is a greeting.
Mm-hmm.
If you start trying to tell them how they do, I didn't know you was going to tell me that. I was just saying hello, you know what I mean? Good morning. You say good morning to people you don't like at work. You don't wish them a good morning. You just, it's just a thing you say. And as a child, we teach our children to say that. Say good morning, say hi, say something. You can't just walk. It's rude to say that stuff. And when I think about it and I walk through life and I'm like, yeah, I've been taking what people say more than what people will do. And I stopped trying to live by that, by living by what people say and just be like, okay, well, if that's what if you're saying that, I would prefer just to see it. Once you show me, if you're like, over time, like, hey, we come in, I see you, and I don't ever talk to nobody. I'm like a person, like and then you constantly just show up anyway. Then I'm like, okay, well, then that person seems like they're genuine. I prefer the actions versus the words. So, yeah, long story short, I just the compliments for me, I just that's basically the origin story of the compliment thing. I think well yeah, I'll just leave it at that. I think that's where it comes from for me.
Well, that's different.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I mean, do you do you get what I'm saying, or is it like is that seem like
No,
something that
I mean it's different based on how everybody, a lot of, I'm gonna say everybody else,
yeah
but most or a lot of people operate.
yeah
But I do get it. I kind of just don't. when it comes to the human condition and the human mental,
Yeah.
it's a lot of things that I am old fashioned with.
Mm.
Just like we talked about on the podcast, like, generational things. So I'm always going to try to be respectful if he's somebody older. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. And I do say hello, especially when you work with the public.
Yeah.
You get kind of used to just being, fake
That's your
friendly
job.
anyway.
Yeah, it's your job.
Yeah. So it's like even outside of work, you just, because I feel like sometimes, like, especially with the job I do now, like I speak to a lot of people. So now it's like, it's kind of like ingrained in me. So it's like even outside of work, I'll still speak if I make eye contact with somebody or be helpful. But as far as compliments, I just feel this is gonna sound bad. And it's probably going to
What?
it's probably going well, okay, I'm not gonna say that. But
no, go ahead. Say what you
I'm just gonna say it straight. I don't feel like I get enough compliments.
Okay.
I feel like I am due some compliments. I feel like people just need to step it up. Like not really, like, because I feel like I be working really hard, and I always have.
Okay.
I get it from my mother and father. We just
Okay.
hard working people, and I just feel like we just don't really get the compliments in the world. I don't. It's never too much. Yeah.
I know that you thrive on compliments.
I don't thrive because I don't really feel like I receive it that often. So yeah. So that brings me to my next question. So you really probably want to think about this because I don't even have the answer for myself. But I kind of wrote it down just because I forget.
And he wrote it down.
All right, let me see. Oh, can't see. So we talked about things that we experienced in the past versus now, and so my question is, like, was there? I'm gonna call this moment giving somebody some shine. So was there, like, I want the shine, but was there a person in your life back in the day who said something that kind of resonates with you now, like that you carried, as a person now,
as an adult now?
Something profound. It's like, I'm gonna keep that.
I don't,
or do that. Something that you saw somebody do.
No, I know. I remember my grandpa. He was just talking about saving and that we should always put money away. No, I mean, but for the most part, I mean, you get this stuff that probably my mom used to always quote, like, well, she used to quote the ones that had to do with, like, be obedient to your parents, and then treat others as you would want to be treated. But overall, that I use today, I don't. It's nothing. I mean, those are just life lessons, I guess, that you get. But I don't have anything that I remember anyone telling me back in the day that I like. Oh man, I use that in my everyday life today. Other than actions speak louder than words. I think my mom used to say that all the time. Like, so you say certain things. She say that'll be one of the ones she say.
What did I teach you? I'm sure I taught you something.
You ain't teach me nothing. You ain't teach me a goddamn. Nah, I don't. Yeah, I really look. Being honest, I'm pretty sure you told me some stuff.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't know.
That's what's wrong with you now. If you would have used those tools, those gems I shared with you.
I don't think you ever was like, any advice you gave me was ever negative. I'll give you that. I think you always, I mean, we joke around, but I think that, I don't think you've ever given me negative advice or anything like that. I think you give me the positive advice. Most of it's always positive. I'm always just a negative person. You try to tell me something, I'm like, nah. So I would say that you're mostly always positive.
No, thank you.
You're not really as negative, I think.
Oh well, thank
But
you.
but in my case, I don't, I don't really like that type of stuff. So I think that's the problem I always had is our relationship is because you're more positive and I'm just a negative person.
Yeah,
So
well,
anytime you gave me stuff, I was like, no, no, I don't believe it. I don't like it or whatever it was.
yeah, I can't spot the lie. But I would say I don't know if this is a compliment or not, but you don't like it, so I guess it doesn't matter. Um, I would say that I felt like I was very um I was the type of person to get easily offended. And so you kind of made me a type of person, made me a little bit more tougher, because it's like you just was kind of a difficult friend to have at that age. I was 17, y'all. It was a struggle. And yeah, so and I'm very easily offended at that age. So I was very traumatized. But indirectly, you taught me to have tougher skin that I carried on to today. Because I do feel like it's important because especially when you're dealing from people with just like different cultures and stuff like that. Sometimes they say certain things or they have a different certain practices or whatever, and you may not it may come off like real strong, and it's not anything personal. And I feel like you was just who you always been, and based on whatever that made you that way, and it just was. It is what it was. It wasn't nothing personal. So, but as the person I was then, I just took everything personally. I think the part that gets me sometimes too, and this actually wasn't really you, but it's a lot of people. I used to like mirror people's energy, and I just it was petty, and I felt so when I did that, I felt like people would say certain things to me and not expect me to be offended, and then if I was like mirror,
the energy,
yeah, they'll get offended.
Yeah,
so that's the part I didn't like. So it just made it seem like, oh, y'all can just play me, but I can't be. But you won't like that. Like you wouldn't care what I said or whatever. But others, would be offended and stuff like that. But they could say whatever they could say about me, whatever. But it's so that's the part that didn't really get me. But it was like it was petty.
Yeah.
I definitely choose my battles now. I don't have time to be as petty. I used to be king petty. That's one thing I did change. I used to be a petty conquistador. And
conquistador.
I was emperor petty.
Emperor.
Yeah, when I was younger. And as I got older, I realized that I it was time to turn the crown in. It's just
handed it over to someone else.
Yeah. I actually just left it. Kind of like what's that I ain't even gonna think of the guy from DC with the helmet. The guy with DC the helmet that giving powers. The gold helmet.
Oh, you talking about Dr. Fate?
Yeah, like I just literally put the helmet down and let somebody. I don't know who took it.
You can't take it off. Dr. Fate won't let you take it.
I'm just saying, like I mean, it came off. So other people had the helmet on.
There's other people.
Yeah, and I'm saying, so I just took it off, and somebody else paid it. I don't know who that other person is. I have some,
You passed on the pettiness or something.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm not petty at all. But I'm definitely not in
as bad as you was.
I'm not in the family, the royal family like I was before.
Yeah.
So as I got older, you choose your battles. And what I did was I used pettiness as teachable moments.
Okay.
So it was a reason. It wasn't just being petty. It's just that I'm gonna use this petty because sometimes it's like if you was to tell somebody, don't do this because it makes me feel this way, it may not translate. And so it's like, okay, well, I'm going to teach them with pettiness so they can understand it. Because like to me, it was like the strongest, my strongest way of teaching people.
Okay, so you were just trying to help out. You wasn't.
Yes, I was trying to help the people out. So it seemed bad, but it was really innocent and loving.
Is that how they looked at it?
No.
They didn't see you.
No,
because they don't. Good you was doing. They didn't
see it. They didn't preach, and I understand it. I understand that, everybody is not mentally
capable of dealing
there
with the
to
pettiness
decipher, to
that's helping you.
see the intelligence behind someone using pettiness as teachable moments. Like, I really feel like it should be used more often.
The art of petty.
But yeah, it should be a book on it. And I wouldn't mind writing it. If y'all want me to, I wouldn't mind writing how to do petty for dummies.
You're the one. You're the one that you can only do it. You had the crown. You had the crown of petty.
But it's just people didn't really give me my flowers then. With all the things that I taught them. Maybe because it was like if you teach somebody rough, it's kind of like if you are a parent and you was really strict, and so a lot of times your kids grow, they're growing and they're probably great at everything, but all they remember is that the parents were strict, and it's like they're traumatized by it, but don't really see how wonderful their life is because of how strict their parents were. Yeah. So it's kind of how it is with me, with people who I use pettiness to teach. It's like it was just such a horrible way to teach somebody something that it comes off as trauma for people.
Yeah, I can see where they can get that from there.
Yeah, and it's very unfortunate because there's definitely some wisdom there.
A lot of lessons.
Some life lessons,
Yeah, I think being petty, it never goes well. And when you're trying to teach with pettiness, what I mean? It never goes well because people, some stuff goes over people's heads. You can't just assume that everybody will understand what you're doing when you're being that way. They'll just take it offensively. They'll be like, "Hey, man, just because I did that, you shouldn't have to, return the energy." You know what I mean?
Well, see, I had to do it.
You had to. You was forced.
Yes, I had. Like, for example, I mean, you may find this hard to believe, but people feel like I'm dramatic, right? Yeah, and so when people typecast you in this role of being dramatic, it's like they don't listen to anything that you say. Like, everything that you say is not that important, or it's not that serious, or you're being over the top, and so you have to kind of well, where else? How else can I be heard? And understood.
So you was just you're the inner person trying to cry out to be heard.
That's it. And a lot of times, there was one way people will listen is when the one time people always listen, and I hate getting this way because I'm not this type of person, is when I get angry. And that's when people are like, "Oh, he was serious," and it's like I don't want to go there, so it's like it takes a lot of energy. It's a lot, and sometimes you don't have control of what you say. Like, everybody's collateral damage. I remember I did this one time. I'll give a quick example. So I used to work at a grocery store, and I used to be a manager, and I came in 6:00 in the morning. So I'm tired because I'm not a morning person. So I'm already irritated. I had my lunch bag. I still have my coat on. One of my little workers run up to me, was like, I was gonna let you know that somebody in the back room is real upset, and she said she gonna get you when she come in because one of your team members left some trash in the back room last night. And so, for one, the lady in the back room, she's just a regular worker, but she just took her job really serious. Yeah, and I appreciate that as a person who used to be a manager, but I didn't put my lunch bag down. I didn't take my coat off. It's 6:00 in the morning. And so I did go off on this unnecessary anger, speech. And I was like, first of all, she can't check me. You can't check me. There's a lady shopping, grocery shopping. I was like, she can't check me. The lady grabbed her heart like, oh. I was like, so I pointed at everybody. I was like, I don't care what this person say. Just I ain't even put my bag down. Just get out my face. I was just going crazy. Innocent bystanders was getting caught. Strays. That's how I get sometimes. What I'm gonna say. I don't like to get that way.
So you got any anger problems? You got anger.
No.
You have anger issues.
I don't. You and I have anger issues.
Unresolved anger issues you have.
You're right. I'm the Human Torch, but yeah, but
Everybody got it. Didn't matter. Little
yeah,
children walking
I
by.
do. I am angry on the inside. Yes,
You
I'm
know?
very angry.
Yeah.
But people shouldn't just be getting burnt up, you know. And so therefore,
What made you that way?
angry.
No, what made you to get to this petty thing?
I feel like angry more important, but I stick on petty.
I mean, no, I'm saying it evolved from the pettiness
From
to
the
the
anger to
anger,
petty.
because you said that once you get angry, it goes past from the pettiness, then you get angry.
Well, I choose
It's like
petty.
levels
no,
to it. Like that's your first form.
No. They're
Form
both
is angry.
there. Anger is always there, and pettiness was used in place of anger.
Kind of like to make sure that anger didn't come up.
Yes,
it was the petty. You use the petty to kind of keep the anger down.
And now, if you pay attention, it's gonna be interesting to you because it's gonna coincide with a conversation we had before. It's off the camera.
Mm-hmm.
So now, since I don't use petty, I just use my facial expressions.
Oh.
Yeah, so you be calling me out my facial expressions, but yeah, now it's like,
come full circle now.
Yeah. So now I just don't say nothing, but say a lot my facial expressions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
yeah,
I don't even be aware of it, but you called me out on it before. But yes, that's the evolution. It went from anger to pettiness.
Was this when like when you was a kid and maybe you didn't have any release in the sense of like ways to express your displeasure with somebody, you would have to display it in other ways. So the pettiness came from that. It was like you wasn't a violent kid. So you would have to use your words to kind of combat being, aggressive in that way.
Yeah, I just feel like, I mean, it's so many layers on things that make us who we are.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel like from the beginning to now, that I feel like people don't really listen to me. And so it's been annoying throughout my entire life. Now I'm actually still evolving. I'm still trying to find better ways to channel that, because it's like sometimes like people they always feel like I have an interesting perspective on things just to not listen to it. Like I'm very opinionated, so like if somebody asks me anything, I will have like an opinion, and I feel like it would be like a pretty good direction for them. And they'll listen carefully. They'll ask questions. They be, just had that interested face, like and then just do the opposite thing. And then be like, how can you help me out of the situation I got myself? It just be like that, and I really hate it. I really hate being in a situation where you give somebody advice, they do the opposite, then they ask you to fix something that you try to help them to avoid in the beginning, and then you have to decide within your own head, because you have the means to help them, if you're going to help them or not. And I hate being in that situation, especially if you care about that person. To be in that situation where you have to ask yourself, am I going to help? Even though they just didn't listen to me.
Yeah.
And I hate being in that situation. So it's like now I'm still evolving as far as like, how to handle those situations. Because back in the day, I would use pettiness.
Yeah.
But now it's really hard not to, because pettiness is like that fail safe that, it's just always, because people, to be honest, it has worked. Like I've taught a lot, like college courses. Like people have graduated from me, more so from me being petty. Okay. It didn't make my relationship with them better.
That wasn't the goal.
Yeah, because I'm kind of like this is weird. Like we have like some similarities, but different reasons why we do certain things. And like sometimes I am so sold on being right than the relationship. And that's, I don't know how that is. That might sound bad, but it might sound bad. I don't know. Like who can judge it? But sometimes it's like I just like, I don't know. Like it's like I said, I need to be right, but if there was a situation, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if it makes sense.
I think everybody wants to be right.
I'm typically
Everybody wants to be right about
Even you?
things. Yeah, man. I love being right.
Oh, okay.
You know, I'm not at the expense of another person though. I mean, if I'm wrong, but I'm a person that never likes to admit that I was wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't like it at
That
all.
water.
I don't like admitting I was wrong. But
Yeah, I can see that.
but I don't also like I just don't take what someone says like verbatim. Like, someone tells you something, I'm like, I gotta look it up myself. I don't think anybody should just take anything somebody just tells you.
I agree.
You should always do your own research and see if it's right or wrong, because people will tell you stuff and and it be wrong. It be some bad advice, and then now you walk around looking crazy because you go around talking about it like it's the truth, like it's like and you just be making yourself look crazy. So I mean, I don't think anybody wants to be wrong, but I think it takes a humble person to be able to admit they're wrong. So I think like I always go and challenge everything and be like, no. There's some stuff I'll just take. If you did something and I've never done it, I'm probably all ears. I'm like, hey, so what? How'd you get that? But I think that's most people. If you give people advice, they want you to already have done it.
Mm-hmm.
So for instance, if I tell you how to be a millionaire and I'm not one, they'll be like, yeah, sure. They'll listen to me, but they're not gonna like take that information. They're gonna, because especially I ain't got nothing to show for. You telling me, so why are you sitting over here? You ain't got no millions. And so people are kind of, they'll sit there, like you said, they'll sit there, nod their head, they'll say yes, oh yeah, oh really, okay, but they're not gonna take it. Now I know one person, only one person in my life that's kind of like, I said something and they were like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna try that. And to this day, I still hold them in a higher regard because they don't have to listen to me, but they because I have, like I said, I'm not in a position to give any real advice. I'm not there neither, but I do feel like some of the information that I have given this individual, they, it is beneficial in the long run. Even if I can't be the one to get there, they might get there before me.
Mm.
So that's how I look at it. It's not every information I give you I'm going to be the best at or be able to achieve it, but you might be able to take what I'm saying and then like triple whatever I'm doing, and when I'm like referring to like, just different like investments and stuff like that. But I may not be able to do it, but they might be in a better position to probably do it better than I could do it. You know what I'm saying? But I think everybody wants to be right. I don't think anybody wants to be wrong.
I had probably one friend that I can remember and think of right now that actually did listen to me. It was very nice.
Mm.
Like they would tell me like, cause this is the part that I really did like. I would tell them to do something, whatever, like as a suggestion, not bossy, but suggest something to them, and then they would come back and be like, hey, I listened to your suggestions, and it really worked out for me, and this is what happened, and that's kind of how it was. It was very nice. But since I can only remember one person doing that, that's what see what I'm saying. Like people just
it means something.
Yeah, like people just that's why I feel like I go back to what I said earlier that I'm overdue.
Yeah.
Some because I be when you opinionated and you want to help people and you have all these things to say, it's like sometimes people don't really appreciate it or act like they do or say it, and sometimes it takes a lot. Like sometimes I be like really trying to come up with the best answer, and then like I'll look at it as like like I'm in a courtroom or something, like I'm a lawyer, like trying to like do my winning argument, my last little thing to the jury, like that's how I be feeling like. And sometimes as you mentioned, like sometimes like you don't want somebody just to listen to you. Sometimes you have like a show presentation, like you have like this is what this mean and this is an article, because like I read books too, like I share stuff with people and everything, and they still don't listen. So You know, I mean, it's life, but it's just annoying. But yeah.
Yeah.
But I do have one final question. I wrote it down too. Um, so I was thinking about like, we talked about the journey from before to now. Do you feel like you're done with your evolution, or do you still anticipate more evolving
Nah,
in the future?
I think I might be done.
I knew you was gonna say that. That's why I asked.
I think I might be done.
That's crazy.
I'm locked
I
in.
don't think so.
I
You
think
you
I'm locked
still
in.
relatively young.
Yeah, but I think I'm done with my. I think what I've gathered from people all the way up to now is about nothing's changing. I think it's either. I think now, like looking at people, it's kind of like it's the way I'm thinking and how I move now is kind of like I don't see myself. I think this is probably the best course too of action for me. I can't speak for anybody else because everybody doesn't see the world that I see. It's kind of everybody likes to walk around the world with like blinders on and
Okay.
I'm just I mean for real because like even when us talk about like compliments and stuff, people prefer that stuff. People
Mm-hmm.
prefer the lie versus the truth. That's why I realize it's like I can lie to a person and get more out of them than if I told them the truth. I can get further in life if I lie to everybody I walk up to. If I'm honest and I'm being who I am, I won't get that far. So it
I
seems
definitely think it's a middle ground though. But go ahead.
I mean, there's no real middle ground. You either got to
Wow.
be. I mean, you can be like I said, in order for me to walk
So you feel
outside,
like more people should be like you?
uh, I I do, but it's not gonna be. I think I think we would walk around with knowing how people feel. Like I wouldn't go over there. And there's certain things like you wouldn't do if you knew the truth. Like like there's certain places you wouldn't go if you knew like people in that room didn't like you. You go in those rooms right now, and then you're walking around with a lot of people that's sitting around like I don't like that guy. You're over there talking to him and being friendly. You're giving people things that don't, like for instance, if like there's people that you invite to a place, you start sending out invitation, and some of those people don't even like you. They hate you. You go in there and they're after eating your food and stuff like that. If you knew that those people didn't mess with you like that, I'm pretty sure you'd be like, ah, you ain't coming. I ain't giving him no he but because we prefer the blind we prefer out of sight, out of mind. We don't know about it. People prefer to live in that space of where if you don't know, then I don't, then it's better for you to not know. I prefer to actually know who I'm dealing with at all times. So I think that's the thing. Like, I do prefer if people all thought like me, because then it'd be a lot of less like figuring things out. Like, is this person genuine or is this person not genuine? But I know it could be, because like I think I was telling you off camera one day. I was like, if you go like if I go to Burger King or wherever I go, that's customer service. Not Burger King. I don't know. That's a terrible. But I go someplace where you get customer service. I don't really like it when someone's like, "What do you want?" Which, all right, that it. I don't like that because I feel like I'm already paying for this. Like, you're the reason why you still have a job is because customers are showing up. I do like the performance when I go out to places like that. But in my regular life, if I'm walking down the street, the fakeness, it really bothers me. It bothers me a lot, to see it in other people, I know personally that ain't a certain way. You see them interact, and you're like, I know that this person is being a certain way just for this situation. It bothers me to see it. Then even for me to interact, so going to work and things like that, having to put on a mask in order to interact with people, it's draining. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I must be like the only one. I don't think I'm the only one that feels this way. You go into a place and have to put on a certain persona just to interact and deal with people on a regular basis. It really is draining. it really bothers me, and I can't really say nothing about it. I basically have to walk around. I also said this to another person. It's like they're a friendly person, I guess you could say. Like I said, I don't really like friendly people. And I was like, you don't really care how I feel. So basically I have to act accordingly to how you feel. Because regardless of what I tell you, I don't really want that. You still want me to say how you doing and all this other stuff. You still try to dap me up. I don't really do the thing. You know what I'm saying? So someone has to give in that sense. I most of the time it's me, because everybody in the world acts a certain way. So most of the time I'm the one that has to be like, hey, how you doing, or good morning, even though I don't like it. But people don't care how I feel. They only care about how they feel, how it makes them feel. Hey, say good morning to me. I want you to give me some type of greeting or something like that. They don't care that I don't like it. They're like, I don't care. I want to feel this type of way, and I want you to treat me. And it's like, but they don't care about how I feel.
So let me ask you a question. First of all, I want to say that a world full of Matts is scary.
Would be amazing.
It's scary. Like if the world was flat, I would jump off. But what you say, I can understand what you're saying. So say this podcast starts, it's popping. You got people who know you when you go out, and they might be like, "Can I get an autograph?" How you gonna respond to that? Do you be like, "Get out of my face"?
Get out of my face. Yeah, man.
That's what you gonna say, or you gonna sign the autographs? That's crazy. You didn't think about that, did you?
No, I don't think it'd ever be that situation. I'm just
saying. Speaking into existence.
I don't like speaking stuff like that into
I'm just
existence.
saying. What's the purpose?
Nah. I mean, I'm one of those people that believe in there's some people that are famous or whatever. I don't think we'll be like that, but I'm just saying.
I'm just saying if.
No, I would.
You would act accordingly.
I would do. Like I said, I walk into at this moment in time, I'm walking outside and I'm doing stuff I don't care to do.
Okay.
And then at the end of the day, I do feel like that's what I'm saying with the action part. I think if you appreciate the message that has been given, I would do it, because I feel like they're supporting, because they believe, like, if someone if we were to ever be something like that would be something I would do, because I'm like, they either resonated with something I said, resonated with that person. Maybe, huh?
No, go ahead.
Okay. But either way, so something I said might have resonated with somebody, and like, I was just, and so the action of them even coming up, knowing that is what it is, I think, and then also the support of what they, our situation. I never want to not do something, and those people are the reason why I'm where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I think that the fact that something I said or something that we have put out has moved them in a certain way, I think, yeah, for sure.
Well, that sounds good, because I was asking for a friend, but yeah.
You were asking for a friend?
Yeah.
You were asking for no friend.
That's what I wanted to know, It's like,
yeah. No.
But did you want to start the conversation here,
I had one more thing.
Oh, you did? Oh, good.
So, like, for you, how, in reverse, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you feel that there's something that led you up to this point? Are you like sold? Are you kind of who you are, and you're setting your ways?
Well,
it goes that.
Well, this is what I got from one of your family members. To continuously try to evolve. So I have moments where I'll group myself in like maybe like within like 5 years or whatever, and it's like, okay, I'm this 5 years, and after that time, it's like, I don't know, it's like a innate thing where it's like I'm ready to make a change, and it's weird because I'm kind of feel like I'm at that shift now. I don't know what came about. It was just change, and so yeah, so every once in a while I definitely um evolve. It could be like everywhere, like to like fashion, like what I'm wearing now, because it's like that you don't think about it, but that is like a natural thing too, because it's like I'm not wearing the same clothes I was wearing when I was a teenager. Like only people think I got a midlife crisis going on, but yeah, like you just have to evolve, and even though on camera I look a certain size or whatever, I'm losing weight, so it's like if I ever get to that 6-pack type situation, definitely will be some changes there too. Like my whole personality is gonna be different. So just be prepared.
I do believe that.
Just be prepared. Yeah, it's gonna be like you're gonna see all this smoke in here and stuff like that. It's like, well, that's a smoky in there. It's me.
See, this change it for the worse.
Yeah, the sweater's gonna be how cut out, so my arms gonna be out. It's like, is he cold or hot? Yeah, it's gonna be bad. So yes, this is real talk. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of evolution. Yeah, just a lot of changes. I don't know where it's gonna end up at, but I do know that I kind of have a picture. You ever have a picture of yourself how you want to be when you get to your senior years? Because I kind of have a picture for me. Like I kind of want to be in a nice environment because like I'm wealthy, and and I want to, in my mind and heart, know that I live life and I did as much as I can. Now I can kind of like relax a little bit, still be out, but but not as much. But because I'm wealthy and everything I got is nice already, so it's no need for me to go outside.
Yeah,
but yeah, like I just want to be home, and which is weird, right? Because I used to be outside, but in the future I want to be home.
Yeah, at home.
I want to be in the house mostly. Yeah, I have moments where maybe I go on a cruise or something. What the senior people do sometimes.
Seniors.
Just the senior cruise. I don't want to go to no young carnival situations.
These videos.
Yeah, I ain't trying to.
Like the club out there.
No, I want to be with the seniors. I want to be Royal Caribbean or something. Something with some. But yeah. Just continue to change.
Yeah,
and I think you probably made some changes too.
Nah,
I don't think you're done.
I'm hoping to be a hermit.
I don't think you're done.
Inside, leaving everybody alone, hoping everybody leaves me alone.
Oh my God.
Minding my own business.
Oh my goodness.
Staying out the way.
Well, you heard it here first. Matt wants y'all to get out the way.
I ain't say everybody
get out
y'all
the way.
Y'all go wherever y'all want to go.
Get out the way.
I'm gonna be inside so y'all don't run over me or whatever.
Get out the way. Okay.
I just believe everybody should
get out the way.
Should move
to
how
the
you
left,
move.
to the right.
If you move how you move, ain't nobody could be mad at that, man. I may not mess with certain type of personalities, but that's who you are. That's who you are. I don't want anybody to change based upon if that's who you genuinely are. I just don't believe in trying to be someone else or to try to appease anybody or trying to be somebody for somebody else. I feel like you should be who you are. And, of course, don't try to get to the point where you're offending anybody, trying to hurt anybody's feelings, but be genuinely you, and as long as you're doing that, I can't be mad at you now if you're just doing stuff to keep up an appearance or to look a certain way in front of somebody, but that's not who you truly are. You need to stop that. That's not good. You know what I mean? Definitely move in your own space and be who you are.
I got it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I had to say to the people. You know what I mean?
Get out of Matt's way.
No. Oh yeah, definitely in the stores. You know what I mean?
Get out of his. Oh yeah, on the streets.
Oh man, the worst is not the streets. Like I'm not a road rage person, but and going to like the store. You ever been to Walmart or someplace? Man, I can't wait to get in and get out of there. That's how bad it is.
I'm surprised you don't do deliveries.
It's expensive. If it wasn't for
you
the
got the
price,
money.
if it was cheap just to go
You
get that
so
delivery
cheap.
stuff,
Just
I would
cheap.
do it. But
You
nah,
cheap.
I
You got money.
I would prefer.
Everybody, I just want to let y'all
prefer-
know that Matt got money.
Nah. I would prefer to get like something delivered versus being out there. Man,
Yeah.
I got so mad at one person. They were clogging the out it was two adults clogging the aisle at Walmart, playing with like a little fake fishing rod on one of the little buggy things.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like this, like y'all own, like you don't. It's like everybody else in the store. Like ain't nobody else got to get down that aisle. Y'all both blocking the aisle. Now, if you want to get down the aisle, you got to say excuse me, or you got to walk around the other side of the aisle to get down there. Not even concerned about anybody else in the store. You know? Okay, all right. I'm going on a tangent. Yeah. But either way,
we might
be yourself.
We might need Walmart to, we might need be sponsored. So don't say that. Don't say too much about Walmart.
I ain't say nothing wrong with the store. It was those.
We love Walmart.
Two people in the store. It was the two people.
We love Walmart and the people that shop there.
No, those people need to be mindful of other people. That's
go out of contract.
You know what I mean? My God. But nah, I guess that's another episode, I guess, of something else that really grinds my gears.
So the next episode we're gonna talk about Walmart. Is what you trying to say? You're gonna talk about all the things you hate about Walmart?
I don't want to talk about Walmart.
Okay, good. Because we love it. We love Walmart and we shop there, and just Walmart's the best.
You're doing too much about Walmart. But yeah, I mean, that's who we are today. I mean, I guess we'll have another topic at another time.
Stay tuned.
Thanks for tuning in. Check us out on the next episode.
M.I.C.S.
M.I.C.S.